Howdy. How's it going? Hello. What's going on? Alrighty. Ugh. Probably gonna be playing here for a little bit. SVO is here soon. I gotta figure out what decks to play. I think it'll be Sword and Rune. We'll probably play a little bit. I want to play Rune today a good amount, but I do want to play a little bit more Sword. Because I'm really not sure about the build. I was playing earlier today, and I was like, do I just want to play the old build? Yeah, I'm like, do I just want to play the old build? Because every time I'm like, ugh. If you don't see the cards, the loot stuff is really bad. But Octress is really good. Like, I was thinking about just playing Octress in, like, a normal sword build. And still lean aggressive, so you just, like, still play Albert and Odin's. But you still have the Amalias, the mages, and stuff. Maybe even play the 2-drops, just because they're pretty good, you know? Like, the 2-drops are pretty good. But I'm not sure. I kind of want more 2-drops in general, too. The Lance Trooper's, like, so bad if you don't have any other generators. Like, this deck doesn't have any token generators. Maybe I play the Samurai. Let's try this a little bit. Kind of like Urius, too. In this meta, you know. In the mirror match, it's pretty good. Obviously, they could just have Odin, I guess. But Olivia's another card I was thinking about, too. Because just having healing is really nice. In the mirror match and just in the meta in general. Yeah, let's try this for a little bit. What's up, Faust? YouTube actually notifying me a minute's opening up live. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, YouTube notifications can be weird sometimes, for sure. The mirror match, wow. Who could have guessed? Terrible. Well, Octress is good. Okay, now it's not that bad. I like the Samurai in the mirror match, but every other matchup it's pretty bad. At least early game, as like the 1-2 drop. Val's trade. I mean, he probably wants to set up his Octress. That's not terrible, I guess. He has to use the coin there, though. I gotta kill that thing. I really wanted to do Prib, but I gotta kill that thing. Because now he goes Zerk Evo. I need something. Another Valve. He's down 1 Evo, I'm pretty far ahead. Do I ever just prim Nanja boots and then take 4? and then I clear it with Gildaria. That obviously loses pretty hard to second Zirconia. But pretty much everything I do loses to second Zirconia. We have a pretty good hand for this matchup. I just need him to not hit second Zirconia, and I think we're okay. Good game. That's happened twice now, are they? They're shocked I'm playing, Oh, fuck. I fucked that up. I fucked that up. In my head, I've just done that 50 trillion times. I forgot that he buffed that thing. Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully it won't matter. Would it ever matter in this situation? I don't think so. I just fucking lose because he has way too much damage, but... They just don't need to have that one card. Yeah, exactly. This is honestly why I don't want to play Sword in FBO, because it's like... the mirror match is so miserable, and... you know, like, I don't know. Like, that's why I want Lorala and stuff. Like, I feel like the old build of Sword beats this new build of Sword. You know, but then it doesn't beat anything else. Like, it definitely loses to Haven... definitely loses to, well, you already lose to Portal, but you have no chance against Portal at all. So just like the mirror match. It's like, it might not even beat the mirror match, you know. It's just the mirror match is so lame. Very lame. Let's try Rune a little bit. Speaking of lame decks. Nope. I think I got one Younglease right. I do kind of want to try her out just because you can get a lot of damage at the end. What do we cut? I guess one will. One head at once. Of course, Haven Mirror is also cut it up. That sounds awful. Yeah, that sounds really bad. That sounds really, really bad. That sounds really bad. I think that the Sword Mirror is fun if everyone is drawing the same like level, if that makes sense. You know, like if no one is like high rolling and we're on like a mid-roll game, it's actually pretty fun. I think the mirror match is actually pretty cool. But obviously there, I had 0 Zirconias, he had 2. And the only play I had was like, hope he doesn't have a second one, and he did, so. Alas. And I queue up Rune, and I immediately see a mirror match. That's an insane hand. Did I get Version, though? Bargent. Tablet Rune without Kuon. Just Retrokaitis. I've seen that. I don't love that build. I don't love that build. Kuon is like so powerful. You know? Yeah, I don't love that build. Can a man get a Burgeon? Big Burge! Where the onions at? I know. No one's cutting onions, bro. I am not tearing up at all. Isn't this game amazing? Like, call me the Haver. What a beautiful game we play. What a beautiful game we play. What's up, Undead Slayer? How's it going? Thanks for everyone dropping by right now. Probably gonna be like a, not a super long stream, but I want to try to at least start streaming like whenever I get a chance, you know? So it'll probably be, you know, hour maybe, a little bit. It'll ruin. I know. I'm with you, dog. I don't want to be playing Rune either. What was that? I guess you don't want to trade the anagram. I guess that is the same. There's Big Burge. Does it matter now? Not really. It doesn't. Yo, what's up, my what's up, my man, Steven? Future Nats winner, by the way. Future Nats winner. Oh, that's good. Do that. Is that better? I don't know. That was a weird turn. That was a weird turn. Whenever there's like a turn with a ton of randomness, it's hard to really know the right order. So I could have done that and then I never do Edelweiss. Edelweiss is way more damage potential though, depending on what it hits. I think most of the hits there were fine. So I think that was the right play. But now Teachings, of course, is a little dead. But, like, if I Teachings, then the 2 Edelweises are completely dead, you know? That's kind of what I was thinking there. Is it ever Penelope Super Evo? I might lose. My hand is nuts, and I might lose because I went second. I still might lose because I went second. I need to draw. Not a bad card. Tanoshi. What's up, Lens Hunter? Is this the new Rune deck dominating the meta? No, this is the same. This is the same. I haven't made a single. Actually, I did make a single change. It's Gilmalees. I think that a lot of people are trying the tablet, the rock. I'm not too sold on the rock, but it does make the deck a little more consistent. But you do have to sacrifice a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of the rock decks are not playing Kuon, which to me is like I don't know about that one, you know. But, you know, we were playing Sword, and I saw, yeah, so yes, yeah, exactly. I'm playing Sword, and I saw the mirror, and I was like, oh, the mirror sucks. Go to Rune, see the mirror. The mirror's pretty bad, too. He's completely out of Evos, though, so we're not scared of really anything anymore. Yeah. The brand new deck that's you know, crazy. Did you know that they figured out Kakaitis Decline is an insane combo? I really hope there's nerfs, man. I don't know. What do you guys want for balancing? Like, is there anything in particular you guys want to see change? I know a lot of people probably want to see, have lethal next turn if I do this one. He could heal though. So my thinking there was like, if he doesn't heal, I have lethal if there's a thing on the board. So he could play around, if I kill the Penelope, play around not leaving a thing on the board, right? And I think I'm okay just taking 5 if it does live and he does heal. Because if he doesn't heal, I win with the Demonic Call. That's... Okay. 5, Kuon. The time. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, I should have clicked that. If he's a William gamer, which no one is, that's pretty bad for me. But no, again, no one plays William anymore, really. Yeah, I didn't have enough. Random. No way, Kakai. What? Kakai's decline. I don't even know what to nerf anymore. That is how they get you. That's how Cygames has always got us. Is, you know, 12 deck meta about. Did I even post that on my Discord? But there's a classic GIF of KMR teleporting in. He goes, balanced 12 deck meta, no nerfs. Yo, thanks for playing Shadowverse. And then that's how they get you, though, is they do no nerfs, and then they release even more broken cards, and then you're like, well, now I don't know what to nerf. Like, think how concerning it is, and not to doom, like, this is not dooming, but how concerning it is that one of the major cards that people talked about last set was Gildaria, right? Literally missing in action. Literally missing in action. Like, she's just not, she just doesn't, you know, she's not a card that people care about anymore, you know? And stuff like that really worries me. Wow, wasn't Gil only so insane that game? Man, is it even worth trying Mode Abyss more? I want to make Amulet work. This is my cope card. How good is... I asked this in my Discord. What, Yeah, new set out seeing these decks versus each other, exactly. Yo, Fresh, how are you feeling about this meta? I think it's a little rough. I was just talking about it a little bit when I was playing Sword, but obviously, like, the two best decks are still Sword and Rune, but Sword is a little bit different, but it's not actually different, it's just more toxic, right? So I think Sword is, as an idea, is a fair class, because it's all board-based. That's how it's supposed to be, you know? And a couple Storm, right? I mean, obviously you have Albert, which even, like, I still think Albert is, like, a little bit crazy damage-wise, but that's more of an issue with Super Evolve than him as a card. And, like, him as a card is not, like, a strong card. It's just a strong finisher, if that makes sense, right? So, but now it's, like, it's just a burn deck, and you still should play it as a board-based deck because you get so much damage in the early game. A lot of decks are, like, foregoing the early game a lot. And you can still win games off, like, Rune because they're not playing Rune, William or Chaos Flame, right? But it's still, it's like, it's a worse version of last meta because Sword was, and I hate to say it, and if you want to call me Sword biased, that's fine, but set 2 Sword was fair in a certain degree. Rune was not, of course. Now both of those decks are unfair, you know? So I don't know. My huge dislike at how much top-end Storm there is right now. Yeah. Yeah, I would nerf Odin. I mean, you know what would fix this entire game is nerfing Super Evolve. And I've said that since the beginning. Azudia feels like a fixed version of Boost. Yeah, Azudia seems pretty cool. But, I mean, can't play it in this type of meta, but yeah. I hate playing against Cresthaven. A lot of people do. I enjoy Cresthaven. I think it's probably because I'm not playing a deck that loses to it. Like, the 2 decks I've been playing are Rune and Sword, and both of those decks hose Haven. I wanted Force to be a bit more intuitive, man. What's with these win the game cards? Yeah, Forced. Like, the issue with the game right now, like, where's all the... Let's just look at all the classes. Because last meta, there was 2 best decks, right? It was Rune, and then a little bit lower Sword, right? And then a bunch of other decks that were like below, like Ward, Roach, Abyss a little bit, right? That started to come up. The issue with the game right now is a lot of the classes. So they combined Blood and Shadow together for balance, to make the game easier to balance. But they haven't. The game has not been easier to balance, and you sacrifice the, like, flavor of both of those classes. But something like Forest is, they try to do cool archetypes. So, like, they try to, do I even have a Zudia? I did, I got one, yeah. Like, they try to do a Zudia, and they have a lot of these really cool cards that I love. Like, I love Aaron, I really like Ligma, I hate Bale. Bale's like a super, super problematic card. But even cards like Supplicants, like, this is a good card in a control deck, right? But the issue is, the power level of the game is so high right now that you can't play an 8 cost that does nothing, and then in 6 turns you win the game, you know, or some combination of that, right? The other issue is, because all of the other decks, the way they win is out-of-hand damage. Like, Rune is Kakai's D-Ship, that's out-of-hand damage. Sword right now is out-of-hand damage because it's just, you know, Cincero, Odin, Albert, that kind of stuff. Then it makes these kind of decks, like, these, like, classical control decks, right? These, like, control-the-board decks. Bad, because it's like, all of the board presence in the early game is, like, extra damage. Like, none of that matters at the end of the game because you still have, like, 20 plus damage. Like, think about Sword, right? Like, Sword still has 20 plus damage in the end game no matter what. They could have gotten 0 damage in the first 5 turns, right? But the way the game is structured is you still have to clear the early game boards because you can still lose to, you know, like, 2-drop, 3-drop Zirconia, you know? So I think that's an issue with the game, and Evolve had this. Evolve, the physical game, had this issue where it was like, there's a lot of out-of-hand damage, but you still just lose on the board really quickly. And so it makes these type of decks like Aaron should be an insane card. This is a super high stat, hard clear something, heal, ward, but it doesn't matter, you know? And especially now that Cincero exists, right? Because Cincero just fully clears this, right? And this card was never, ever played, you know? And I think Force is a great example because it's like, well, guess we gotta play out-of-hand damage deck, you know? And that's the only playable deck Force has. The only playable deck. Even cards like Amata. Like, Amata's such a good card, like, on paper. But it's like, board doesn't matter, you know? And that's been Shadowverse's issue forever, and I really thought they were gonna fix that. But alas. Yagadari just doesn't have a place to lose Sword. I'm turning people's life to dust by, like, turn 7, 8. Exactly. How'd you nerf Super Evo? Yeah, definitely -1/-. I'd make it 2/2. I would remove the 1 damage, obviously. I think that is, like, so silly. I don't know why there's 1 damage when you kill something. Give it -1/-1, and you can keep the invincibility. I think the invincibility is what makes sort of the game a little toxic, but, you have to remove the -1/-1, and you have to remove the 1 damage. That would be my opinion. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, lose defense, but you can't go lower than 1. I kind of like that. Anything other than Roshan than what I got, it just became depressed. Yeah, exactly. Control the board once you've been hit in the face for half your HP sucks, yeah. Yeah, Ram Dragon right now is literally Gamu, Odin, Forte, Genesis, and then nothing but Orcus. Thoughts on Cresthaven? How do you fix it, though? How do you fix Cresthaven? I don't think Cresthaven is a problem. I actually don't think Cresthaven is that good. I don't think you can be a good deck and lose to the 2 best decks right now. You know? Like, you have to at least beat one of them. That's why I think Lashena is pretty good. I think Lashena right now has a really interesting place because it beats Sword pretty hard. Obviously loses to Rune. All those, like, control-type decks lose to Rune. But Haven can't beat Sword or Rune. So it's like, you know. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see Control forced Climb over the course of the set. Turn 11. Maybe. I don't know. I want Control Force to be good, but I'm not sold. What are the two best decks? I think Sword and Rune for sure. I don't want to play Abyss some more, but it's like so bad. Sucks not having like a lot of the new cards. I want to try Ward some more too, but I don't want to. Let me try the old sword. Where's the sword? Oh, let me do that. Is this gonna take me? No. I mean, how do you fix the out-of-hand damage? Oh, okay, my bad. How do you fix the out-of-hand damage? I think that it's a hard thing to fix because it's just so innately in the game, you know? Like that, like they just decided that the game is gonna be like the old game, you know, and we were gonna have out-of-hand damage. So it's like it's a hard thing to fix because you just have to nerf like 15 things, you know. Obviously, Kakaida's D-Shift, Kuwan shouldn't give Storm. Overall's nerfing Super Evolves. Sinstro needs to not do face damage, but then that archetype sucks. Odin needs to be obliterated. He just needs to be obliterated. I think you make him a 2-2. I think you make him a 2-2. And then you get to a board-based meta. And then personally, I would find that more fun, but I know a lot of people wouldn't. So I don't know. Thinking Abyss this round, only gripe is it really needs Castle's early drop. Yeah, I would like Abyss, but my issue with it is it's still way too high rolly. It still has the issue where you need to see 5 of your 9 breaks or you lose. Does want out-of-hand damage to be a thing. The part I like about SV is that there are no 30-minute control matchups. That's what I like about card games, and when Shadowverse does have a meta like that, I do like it, but I know a lot of people don't. Going doubles for each round. Did Pure Dirt even exist? Did Pure Dirt even get to exist? I feel like it never got to exist. Probably crazy is that you can win those matchups, but you really need Marwyn instantly. The issue for me with Haven is there's almost never a board state where you cannot, or how do I word this? There's almost never a board state where you can afford to not swing on the Marwyn Evo turn, if that makes sense. Like every time I watch that that deck, it's like, oh, they had to Evo their Marwyn and swing in, and the Marwyn's at 3 health, and they don't get any of their crest effects at all, and they lose. So I don't know. I'm totally not sold on Haven. I think it beats a lot of the other decks, but it doesn't beat the 2 best decks. So it's like, to me, I don't think you can have a deck be good like that. Who's your main BlazBlue main? Hazama, and then Mai a little bit. But Hazama and Mai are definitely the 2. But yeah. I've been playing more fighting games a little bit recently because my stick started to work. I'm going to get a new stick for my birthday coming up soon, so we might do some fighting game streams and stuff like that, which hopefully people will enjoy. I've been playing some fighting games as well on in the Discord with some people. It's been a lot of fun. But I gotta get back on CF. Who do you make, Taylor? It's like Abyss is more consistent, but not enough. Yeah, it's a little bit more consistent. It has higher card quality now, right? But it's still not enough mode cards. Yeah, exactly. Well, any of the Evo turns. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you go first, you have to wait till 6, you know. Then Noi SQL 10. That's where the board comes in. Noelle made that's cool. Yeah, I love Noelle. Noelle's very, very cool. Is this how you beat Portal? Is this how you beat Portal? Is you play the old deck? That would be funny. That'd be really, really funny. You play the old ass Boomer sword deck. Cause like, what do they even do here? I just pretty much just win, right? Random! We all love random. You love to see it. Better have the 6 drop. I mean, even if you do, something lives. Unless it... No, because it becomes a 6/6, right? So, yeah, something lives no matter what. Okay! Hey, that's actually kind of good info. I'll join if you do. Oh, that'd be sick, yeah. Easy-Oi Hazamba. Oh, nice. Easy-Oi's so cool. I'm not good at Easy-Oi, though. Playing more Strive lately. Million Venom. How is Venom in that game? I haven't played Strive in a while. Yeah, we were playing Grand Blue and Street Fighter. And then we also booted up old Iron Knight because I don't have the new one. And man, that was literally Green Goblin Mask. Like, literally, I was like the Green Goblin Mask on Aurier. And then we played Melty Blood a little bit too. The new one. I think that gets interesting. I think it's just bad, I think. Same issue as the mode, except worse because you got to run half the puppet deck. Yeah, I was wondering about Egg because I don't really have the cards to try it, you know, but I was wondering how it was. If I loved random, I'd play Hearthstone. Yeah, exactly. Really bad at launch, but decent this season? Okay, nice. I ran into an Artifact Portal deck earlier today. I didn't even care yet. How went on 5. Yeah. Sword has so much damage out of hand now. Yeah, it really does. It really does. Sword has accelerated the game speed by 2 turns, which is really toxic. Play Grand Blue, nice. Yeah, I can't tell if that's my chair or my cat or something. That's probably a game I'll play more. Like Grand Blue and Street Fighter I'll probably play once I get my new stick. That's a lot. And obviously CF if anyone wants to play, but not super active. How many players are there normally on Grand Blue? Is it bumping? I don't know. Five to 6. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mountain. For the most popular fighting game after Strive, SF, and Tekken. And playing loot mainly is super strong. Sword has so many good cards. Yeah, it really does. A Grand Blue. Oh my God, Fighter Z is. Oh my God, Fighter Z is kind of the GOAT, low key. Like Fighter Z might be, you know, is it underrated? That first year and a half of that game. No, I wouldn't even say year and a half. Definitely the first year, because when did Young Goku come out? I think that was the end of the game. But oh man, that game was beautiful. That was a beautiful game. Okay, how did he clear that board, by the way? Cleared that board pretty easily. Or no, not that board. Wait, how did he clear this board? I'm not even like paying attention to the game. Oh, he did that. Okay. Is this guild? Guild barrier? I don't want to say that for next time. Boots Samurai? Did I have no board? It's fine. They make Sub-Zero only deal damage to the enemy leader on Evo, not on enemy turret. It's hard because it's like loot was, they did such a bad job designing it, like actually fantastically bad. Like it's almost impressive how bad designed this like archetype is, that if you nerf Sub-Zero in any way, all of the cards immediately become terrible. You know, it's like, it's almost impressive, you know? And, I think we forced him to have the William that he doesn't have. You know. Because we just win the game if he does. What was I saying? Yeah. Like, loot is so badly designed that if they touch Sub-Zero in any way, all of the cards they just printed for Sword are just immediately terrible. Except Octras. I do think Octras, like, by herself is good enough. Like, if it doesn't do face damage, it's just worse Gildaria, you know. If it doesn't exactly do 8 face damage, it's worse Gildaria. Because the quest is really annoying to finish, you know, to get all 4. Had any issues getting games, though. Sometimes you get matched against the same person over and over at low ranks. That for Grand Blue, yeah. That sword is supposed to be the board-based class. Why did they get burned? They were to nice. That makes no sense. Ask late, you know, late era. He still cleared this board. What the fuck? Rune. But he still cleared this board. What the hell? Oh. I mean, he doesn't have William. I'm just gonna like act like he doesn't have William. You think Bardock killed the game? I don't know. I don't agree. I think Young Goku killed the game. But yeah, at the end of Shadowverse 1, Sword got the loot archetype again, and it was all burn damage. And I was really disappointed because the early loot archetype, the original loot archetype, was just you get more like token cards that help you, you know, like control the board more. Not control the board, but just, you know, interact with the board more, right? But then it just become, oh, you're just burning them, you know, which is why I hate the pirate girl that China likes. I forgot her name. That was like the second to last set. What class or deck would you say I'm the worst at? That's a good question. He keeps clearing these boards, and I know he's gonna have the kind of zero cost D shift, bro. I know it. Even though he just D shifted. That's nuts. It's okay. We got something for him. What's the class I'm worst at? I feel like my process of elimination is probably Forest. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like if I say... I don't know how to word this without it sounding like I'm gassing myself up, which is not what I'm trying to do. But I feel like once you have, like, the basics of the game, the classes don't have large enough skill differences where it's, I'm good at one class, I'm bad at the other. If that makes sense, you know? Like, but I would say, I think I just play Forest the least, so I would say Forest, but if I had to play Forest, I don't think I'd be bad at it. And I've played Forest a lot back in the day, because, you know, it would be in the meta sometimes. Do I have Lethal here? Actress? Is this the build? You just play the old build? But yeah, I'd say Forest. I'd say Forest. Fire Z is still mega fun to play, in my opinion. There's really? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know. I think Arxis has had some enormous L's recently. Enormous. Dungeon Fighter is one of the worst games I've ever played. No comment on Strive. And then, what was the other game they made? That was really bad. What was the other game they made? No comment on Greg, please. No comment. But yeah, Dungeon Fighter was really bad. I think Strive was pretty bad for a Guilty Gear game, if that makes sense. And then the new Marvel game looks to me really bad. It looks just really watered down. So I don't know. I think Arc System used to be really good. I think Dragon Ball Z was the last good Arc System game, in my opinion. Comment Strive was Dom, you're trying to give her. Dom's like, he said, do it, dog. I'm not a Strive enjoyer. Happy for everyone that is. Happy for everyone that is. You know. I think Strive, every time I play Strive, it's like, man, I should boot up XX. If anyone has Plus R, like, I'd be down to play that game, too. Plus R is really fun. I'm so bad at that game, but it's fun. Would you say that you want the class to have larger skill differences? I would say I'd want the classes to have more play differences, like play style differences, because almost all of the classes divulge, divulge into like play the board. Like your classes either play to the board or play out of hand damage. Like that's what every class comes down to, you know. And I like, for example, I wish Haven was more. Like, was more amulet heavy, the deck, you know? Like, I'm a little disappointed that they were like, alright, print some amulet stuff, then set 2, they print some ward stuff, and do I Evo this? Yeah, they don't have Willing, or they don't have Willing anymore? Edelweiss, this protects against Edelweiss, yeah. I feel like you could just go crazy against Rune without them playing William, man. I just never have to respect William anymore, because everyone just copy-paste from Twitter. No one's playing with it. No one's even playing Flames of Chaos anymore. They're just like, It is what it is, you know. But yeah, I'd like the decks to have a little more variety in play style. And like Haven, I wish was more Gildaria. This is hard to deal with. My second Valve? This lives. Sorry, let me finish my thought after this. Ooh, golly. That was a good. That was an insane draw. What the fuck? That was an insane draw. Yeah, so like set 1 was okay, amulet stuff, cool. Set 2, ward stuff. Okay, we can kind of use that stuff, right, in the original thing. But then they're like, okay, we're doing a control archetype. More amulet stuff? No, crests. And it's like, what? Like, help me out here. And it's still pass and deal face damage, you know? And heal. Like, it's not even, you know, it's board or face damage. That's every deck in or every class in this game, you know. Exit better, but Strive's still fun. Yeah, Exit's pretty good. I just Strive I'm an Ultra Baby, so I encounter none of its problems. Came for Exit, Strive's a change. They fixed a lot of my issues from XX and Exit I had, but made new issues. Yeah. I think another issue for me personally, do I have lethal? Another issue I have is just like, there's not any characters I really like in that game. I like Ram. Like, they made Ram pretty cool. But a lot of the characters that I like are just not in the game. Maybe when Jam comes out, I'll play again. Because I do like Jam. But then it's like, is she even going to be the same at all? Like, they kind of obliterated a lot of the way that the characters work. So. Unless you're Jerry Deck. Haven hardly has an amulet deck by set 3. Like, I want... And I know it's face damage, technically, but well, kind of. My favorite card in this game, honestly, outside of Amelia, but that's because character-wise. But honestly, I feel like my favorite card in this game is Agnes. I feel like Agnes is literally my favorite card in this game, because it's so cool design. It's not too much storm damage, and you can use it to clear board or go face, and it's really flexible, and you have to be... It's not just like... played in every deck, you have to play it in the amulet stuff, and it rewards you for playing not only like the good amulets like, you know, Pack of the Beast Princess or Serene Sanctuary, but it rewards you for also playing the amulets that stick around forever, like the Darkhaven Grace. But it's just not good enough, you know, it's just not good enough. They didn't print enough good amulets. Like the best, like, this amulet's really good. That's why I feel like this deck might have potential. And you kind of have to, like, play... You know, like, I just really like this type of card. I just don't think it's good enough, you know? You want the different classes to play to their own class identities. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, Sword, I want to be playing the board. I want to be playing token cards. I want to be playing guys, you know? I don't want to be playing guys that give me things to burn the face, you know? And I think Albert is fine. Like, Albert, if you did not have any evolve or anything, would be fine, you know? But the fact that you think about evolves and stuff in this game, it makes Albert really, really strong, you know? Like, if he maximum could go up to a 5-7, I'd be down for that. And also, it would also fix a lot of issues, like, think about Zirconia. Like, Zirconia is a really strong card, but imagine if Sword had no storm damage. Like, then it'd be a fair card, because it's not like... It's like, okay, here is my big damage push, but I still have to get there, right? I still have to have my thing survive and swing, right? Same with Gildaria. Gildaria would be a fair card if you weren't like, well... can't fight his board, and I still die on 9 because he has Albert, you know. Show decklist. Yeah, I can show decklist after this game for sure. For sure. Current fighting games have an issue where they want to lower the bar of entry to fighting games, which is kind of high, but dumbing it down for new players alienates longtime fans. Yeah, I do think, because I was really down on the, like, making all the games easier for a while, but then I did see, it does feel like, a lot of, that seems really greasy. I guess he just hopes I don't have Vals. Which I do. But it has seemed to work a little bit. Like, I see a lot of people playing Grand Blue, like, you know. Grand Blue kind of started that trend, you know. And I'm not even someone where I'm like, I need my games to be extremely hard, because I'm not that amazing at fighting games, you know. But it has come around to work, but I think it's more like, now it's like based on hype for, like, the IP or whatever, than, like... Because I think a lot of people are excited for the Marvel game, but to me, that game looks awful. At least from what I've seen, you know. So it just looks so dumbed down. Like, I want that game to be Dragon Ball. Because I feel like Dragon Ball was the last game. Like, Dragon Ball definitely had some dumbed down stuff, and it had auto combos and stuff, but it still had... It was acceptable. You still had a lot of depth because it was a 3v3 game, and the assists, and there was actually, like, a lot of cool combos. And honestly, a lot of the characters felt like they played differently. Like, overall, I would say most of the characters played the same, but you'd expect that from a 3v3. But you think about a character like Base Goku was so cool. I loved that character. There's a lot of just, you know, I love that game. I think that game was really cool. This is what makes me, made with Abyss, former Bloodmate. I want to pay off for hitting myself. Exactly. I was like, what are we doing with all of these awful cards? Errol is the worst, one of the worst played cards in the game. And then Valneric is just this finisher for this, like, bad archetype? Like, what are we doing? Do I put him to 10? Yeah, that seems like a play. And no Vampy either. Because that's what I was really shocked at. I was shocked that we only got 2 legendaries per set, and we only got 76 cards or whatever. That really feels bad. Because if you add 1 more legendary and a couple more cards for each class, you could easily throw in Vampy and 3 back cards. And we have an entirely new archetype, or not new archetype, but we make an archetype that was sort of there, you could see visions of it, into a real archetype, and we have a class that has a potential to have multiple decks, right? And that is why going from 3 legendaries in general, a 76 card set, or 100 plus card set to a 76 card set is bad, because then it's like, well, if Mode Abyss is bad, which it's looking like it is, like, what do we do? You know? Does he have a fuse here? No, he doesn't. I think, right? Put him to 8? Or put him to 4? Put him to 3, actually. I want to be playing guys that give me things to burn the face, but all I got was an 8-cost illusionist. Exactly. Like, design-wise, not like, you know, lore-wise or flavor-wise. Design-wise, Little Anthem should be a sword card, right? Something that just never dies. I don't know how you would, like, do that with sword, but something like that, you know? There's no real, like, resources in sword. That should have been the payoff. You know what would have been cool? If, and again, you know, flavor-wise, I don't know how this would, you know, how do you make this work, but if you went, I'm going to show the deck as well. if you made like Sincero like 6 mana, whatever, Super Evo, deal 2 damage to the board, you know, something like that. Not face, right? Or even Evo. Evo, deal 6 damage to the board, or 2 damage to the board. Maybe 3. Maybe you pump it up to 3. Honestly, maybe make some guys, maybe like summon 2 2/2s with Rush or something. And then the way he works is every time he dies, burn a loot card from your hand and he revives. Something like that. Or you still have the fuse stuff, and it's like for every time for every amount of fuse he has, whenever he leaves the field, he comes back and that count goes down by 1. Or something like that, right? But instead he's like, oh, no, hit the face, you know. This is the list we're playing right now. Can someone tell me why I'm on a 5-game win streak with Boomer Ass Sword? With Boomer Ass Sword? That's going to happen regardless once more sets are out. But that's the issue is rotation's going to still happen at 5 sets. So those 5 sets are going to have less cards than they did in the first game, if that makes sense, right? If we didn't have rotation, I think I'd be more fine because we're having more releases and stuff like that. And if we had no rotation, it was just, well, in 10 sets, we'll have 700 whatever cards to work with. That's not what it's going to be. You know, it's going to be 1 set 1 rotates out. We're going to have, what's 70 times 5? 350-ish? You know, almost 400, 380 something cards to work with, which to me is not enough, you know, if we keep doing 76, 77 cards each set. You think mode is bad? I think mode is... we can play a game of mode and ruin my win streak. No, I'm joking. But I think the issue with Mode Abyss is that you have to... I guess we don't need Gravy anymore, right? Let's see what we can do. The issue with Mode Abyss is that you really have to draw extremely well. Should we play the one good voice? We'll try the one. The oneer. You have to draw extremely well, and you'll just have games where it's like... If you look at my stream from last time, or was it the last stream or second to last stream? I was getting frustrated because it was like, if I draw Gensetsu right here, right now, we win the game. Draw something good. You know, if we and then next turn, if we draw Gensetsu Yuzuki right here, right now, we win the game. Draw Vuela. You know, and then you explode. And that just happens a lot. Well, Anthem was dead on arrival, yeah. She really was. The delta between bad hands and good hands in mode is why it's bad. And also, the other thing is... it doesn't have a hand where it's... you auto-win. Like... There's a lot of decks right now that have hands where if you have Sword going first, 2-drop Octress, Valse, Zirconia, and then you draw into Sincero if you're playing the loot version, or Gildaria, you, like, win 80% of the games. Mode doesn't have anything like that. They don't have, like, here's my perfect hand and I win every game, you know, because the perfect hand involves 12 cards. He goes like he coins Dragon Rider, or what's it called? Ocean Rider. Yo, let's do this. Thoughts on New Lashana? It looks pretty good. It has the same Evolve issue where the issue with her in Evolve, she worked very differently in that game, but the issue with her in Evolve was you're basically passing the turn you Evo her. Thankfully, you get the 1 mana random spell. But, oh, does he have Disable Rending? But, and against a lot of decks, you can't skip that first Evo turn. You can't skip 4 or 5, you know, to set up this, like, thing, you know. You don't have enough way to regain tempo, you know. Toe sucker. Can we just win with the 7/7? My 3-mana 7/7. Wadarala. The healing, man. It's the exact same thing I said last set. It's the healing. You know, you really love the healing in this meta. Like, see, look at this game right now. I mean, I could still win just off the back of this 7/7, and Dragon's like a terrible class. But we're having an insane hand. Insane curve. But we don't have the 2-drop. And we don't have Gensetsu Nuzaki. And we don't have Cerberus. So if he clears this board, like, what do we do? You know? What do we do? What if it also just needs to evolve on empty boards for the quest? Yeah, exactly. And thankfully all of their things are pretty well statted for that, or to do that, you know? This guy loves Feline. Is this guy Japanese? Yep. There's the 2-drop. Okay. See, complain and you're, you know, you will be answered. But I have to rule my here, right? I have to run there. I'd love to be able to activate Shamnacha. I guess I could steal Olivia. So I go... Actually, yeah, that's fine. So we could go, like, draw, steal... I assume we're stealing Olivia, right? Feline doesn't do anything for me. Oh, wait, no. This is choose, right? Isn't this choose? I think it is. Oh, but I have to take the Olivia, right? Was it deal? No, because I can do this and clear. Whoa. I can take this and then do this, and then that. Yeah, okay. I mean, you know, kind of cute if we get another 3-drop. Actually, like, really good against this deck, which is telling, you know, just telling of the strength of this deck is, if Fenny is good against your deck, might want to swap it up, you know, might want to change, you know, White Sword has to be so OP. I've seen people talk about losing to aggro decks. Am I misunderstanding something? I don't feel like this game has real aggro decks. That Abyss deck last set seemed fake as hell. It was fake as hell. That deck was awful. Because you were playing Arrow and Winged... What was it called? The Winged Servants? Those are two of the worst cards in this entire fucking game. Those cards suck. So yeah, I think, play this, play the... I mean, I think they take aggro as, it's like Evolve, right? It's like Evolve. It's like, if you, you know, if you're Earthright and you go, Beast Face Mage, what's the fucking 2-drop? The Rabbit Mage, Riley, Saradomin Evo, and they don't have any answers for it, it feels like an aggro deck, right? Like, it's not, but it feels like it. And I think a lot of people sort of mischaracterize aggro decks from, wow, they had an insane early game curve, you know? Yes, exactly. That's funny. Yeah, you were exactly talking about. Yeah, Hunter was an aggro deck because Ligma and Cleaver. Exactly. No, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think people just, like, see an early game curve that has, like, some storm effects and then say, oh, it's aggro. But it's like, no, they had an early game curve, you know. Aggro is awful in this game. There's so much healing. Like, pure aggro is really, really bad. Because, yeah, that aggro Abyss deck sucked. Nice 5. Nice. Love to see that. Yeah, if your deck loses to Fenny, it's awful. Awful. See, look. Pay attention, guys. What I say. Guess what I have not drawn? How many of my bricks have I drawn? Because the bricks, I'm classifying bricks as Serb, Yuzuki, and Roldan, or Valderic. Let's see. 3. Curious. I think I said I needed 5 to win. 5 or more, right? So, we'll see what happens. These next 2 cards better be Gensetsu and, the third one of these are Gensetsu and, Cerberus. Interesting. Interesting. Curious. Curious. Yeah. That was the realest aggro deck so far. Doesn't mean it was good. Even a double Zirconia you can't answer feels like aggro, but so it's not aggro at all. Exactly. Yeah. That's I think that's sort of the premier like misidentification aggro deck, right? Is like Sword has a really good early game curve. I'm gonna lose the fucking Fetty because I'm playing this dog shit deck. Oh, this deck's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yusuke gets into it, I win. Nope. As usual. Serb is not terrible here if I draw it. But I need to hit a 75%. Can you... Everyone in the chat, do you guys think I can hit a 75%? You think I can miss the 9-9? No. Almost clicked on. Can I miss a 9-9? That was so funny. That was so funny. That was peak. That was peak. That was peak. Hope you guys are happy. Flame Ghost hit Olivia. Wait, but doesn't Olivia still live? Oh yeah, I guess I could have done that. Yeah, I probably could have done that, yeah. Isn't that crazy that I missed the 75% and I drew the fucking card I can't use that I needed off the top? Yeah, never play that deck again. Never play that deck again. Don't ask for it. Don't ask for it. I really don't like the second compared to even said 2 or 1. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That was how I clear. I was too tilted about that insane. You know, draw the one card that I needed off the turn draw, and I missed the 75%. Exactly, Archer 6. Let's see if this build has a good matchup against Haven. Because this is the one matchup I am worried about with this kind of build. I mean, I think it's still just like make him not be able to pass turn with Marwyn on curve. Like here he has to Eva the Marwyn if he even has, or he has to swing the Marwyn if he even has it, you know. And I still get 11 damage, and I Zerk. It's like Zerk. What is this? Is that a lawnmower? What do I get here? A goblet? No, that doesn't matter. I think I still get the damage. I guess you could have the 4-drop AoE spell, but then it's like, well, I take 2 damage. Maybe this is more damage. No, because I have Zerk next turn. So I think I do just take the face damage. You know. Sorry if you guys hear that lawnmower. That's or leaf blower or whatever. I don't know if that's picking up on the mic. It looks like it is. It looks like it is. So sorry about that. You can't heal, or you can't Evo and swing. You want the effects. But not that the effects matter here. Yeah, it's just that's the issue. Is like, to play against this deck, you just make boards that they have to swing into, you know. Man, that thing is loud. Sorry, guys. They be going crazy on them leaves. Okay, well that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Next time, try an optimized mode list, and you'll see it much better than you think. I appreciate the offer. But unfortunately, I will be going in a different direction. That's a good card. But this top deck Odin says otherwise. Odin. Okay. The page of the back. I'm good. I'm good. I have a lot of success with it in GM. It's tricky to pilot. The P word. The P word. The P word. The P word. I want that to hit. Not that. Oh, it doesn't matter. One damage. Barely anyone plays Rune now compared to other classes. Thank you, Frosted. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for trying to help me. I do appreciate it. Did I have lethal? It was 6, and then Remnant does 1 to face, right? I don't think I had lethal. Because Albert was 6. Okay, yeah. So I was 1 off. Because if I had 1 more damage to hit into Gilneas, so I had like, or 1 more play point, right? Because I could have went Luminous. Now it's lethal. No, I appreciate you, Frost. You're trying to help me, but I'm done with mode. No, it's okay. I can't do math sometimes too. What is Frosted? What is your list? What is your? Can you drop me your list on the code? What is your list? Help a brother out. I can become aware. Finally realize what I've been missing on Modibus. How does Amalia and Luminous combo fit in the deck? Most well, yeah, this deck is like I'm only playing Octress in the 2-drop. I'm not playing Sincere or anything. This is like classic Sword, but I'm playing Octress and this. Because if you hit this, I'm debating about playing the other 2-drop as well. I think that one is significantly weaker than this one because 2-1 has better stats. If you hit this, right, you get to... You play Octrus, or you could, like, play Octrus Evo, right? And you get 2 of the things. If you can fit those 2 tokens in somewhere, even just 1, you're going to be able to get the 4 damage when you hit Albert. So you can still do 16. Or, you know, some amount of that, right? And it makes Albert lethals easier. And then I'm just playing, like, the same sort of mid-range control deck. And I feel like this has a better matchup into the mirror. And it feels less high-rolly to me. So far we have, I think, have we lost with this version? I mean, we lost with Modibus, but I was on a 5-game win streak. You guys can look back in the stream. Okay. Oh, Gilnoise. Okay. I mean, it's only, yeah, oh, the yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I mean, it looks like another, like, I don't see anything in here that's like, this is gonna help me win games if I don't see, you know, 5 of my 9 bricks. You know, that's my issue with the deck, is that no matter what you play, you still have to see 5 of these 9, you know. So I don't know. But thank you. What did I click? Alright. Well, that's going to be it for me today. It was a little short stream. But I am going to try to stream, like, whenever I have free time, you know, a chance to. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. It's pretty fun. We got like 60 people here. You guys could leave me a like and maybe subscribe if you're new. That'd be awesome. We try to do a lot of Shadowverse content, and I am going to be moving soon at the end of the month, so there may be a little bit of a gap between some content, but I am going to try to make some content. So if you guys are, you know, want to stick around, I'm probably going to be trying to, I'm going to be doing Shadowverse mainly, but I will be trying to do some other stuff as well, just because, you know, I play a lot of other, like, mobile games and stuff. We might boot that up on stream, and fighting games we were talking about earlier as well. So we're going to be trying to do a lot of just different kind of stuff, but I am mostly going to be playing Shadowverse. I see now, this side note, but it says I dropped 600 frames at some point. I don't know when that happened, but yeah, when did that happen? Alright, anyway, if you guys ever notice, like, drop frames or anything on my stream, let me know, because that was something that was an issue I ran into a lot a long time ago when I streamed.